Hello, everybody, and today we're here with Leysa Carrillo. She's from Cuba originally, I guess, and now you're living in Las Vegas. Is that right, Leysa?
Yes, I'm in Vegas.
You're in Vegas. So what is your specialty? What do you specialize in?
I would say I specialize in texture, curly hair, everything related with embrace the natural beauty of the hair.
Yeah, so you could take that texture and do some amazing things with it, right? Hair is hair, but there's different textures, right? And how do you feel about that? How do you feel
Yes.
about like hair types? How do you feel about approaching different hair types?
I just feel that it's really important to understand texture and understand every different hair type because you can give your client the best services. They can, they can complete all your expertise and when they come to you. So I think it's really important to pick what best depends, her face frame and her lifestyle and everything.
Yeah.
So I think embracing the curls, that is kind of my thing. It helps them to short the prepping in the morning, the spending a lot of time styling and putting a lot of products and hat tools and all that. So I think I'm always work with my clients on that.
So now, how long have you been in the States? Because were you doing hair in Cuba?
No.
No.
I've been I've been in the United States for about 14 years.
Oh, okay.
And I used to be a performer. I'm a professional dancer.
Oh.
I travel all around the world. I would say 17 different countries before I came to the United States. So I work in different shows here in Las Vegas. My last one was Cirque du Soleil. And during my last two shows, I was going to beauty school and kind of like, getting into the business, and that's it. And one day I was like, this is it. I'm not performing anymore. I'm just going to be full-time behind the chair. So
now you're also into social media. Now, how did you get it? Because they obviously, when you were in Cuba and everything, they didn't have a lot of social media going on, did they? When you were a kid?
No.
Nothing, right?
I own my first cell phone when I moved to the United States. I was 20.
Wow.
The first time I owned a cell phone. And not long ago, I owned my first computer. I would say like 5 years ago.
Wow.
I was so afraid because I'm so bad with technology. So social media has been a huge impact in my life. And I've been trying super hard. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
I got so into social media because I have to get this game on. Like, what I'm so bad, it's just the fact that I'm bad because I didn't grow up with technology. So for me, it was really hard. And I think I just kind of pushed myself a little bit and trying to I don't know.
I love it. I think that's a good example for people. Some of the older people like me, they say, oh, I don't know how to do all this. But hey, you were young, but you didn't have any exposure to when you were a kid. So you made it happen in the last 5 years, right?
Exactly.
Just went for it, huh?
I just went for it, and it can be funny. My friends, they laugh sometimes because what are you guys talking about? My assistants, they normally between 20 and 23. The last couple I had, and I'm like, oh, just do it. You just do it. And I kind of stopped doing that, and I'm like, can you please teach me? Can you show me?
Yes.
And I just got really into it. And
right on. So now, do you take your own pictures? When you do it, do you take your own pictures, or do you have someone take your pictures?
Sometimes I do, and sometimes my assistant, but most of the time I would say 99% is me. Okay. My assistant might take the before video, stuff like that, but the final touch, I like to do it myself. And I have a ring light at the salon. And sometimes if I use, I will use my ring light more for the colorful hair. And if I'm more on the natural, I would go outside. I step outside the salon and I try to work more with the natural lighting.
So you have a good spot to shoot outside the salon, huh?
Yes, I have like a concrete wall kind of thing, but it's kind of light color. So I try to, keep my same rhythm on my page. So everything has to be like a light background. So That's what I'm.
That's great. I have a question, I think, already. And the question
Oh,
is, what made you want to be a hairdresser? They must be interested, boy.
I mean, to be honest,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. Like, I'm mixed. So my mom is white, and she never knew how to do my hair. I'm telling you, never. So I've been fighting with these curls and these textures since I was little. I live by my own since I was 7. So it's kind of like I grew up doing my hair and my friend's hair, like helping, like braiding. And I was that kind of friend that always help everybody with the hair because I already was doing my own since I was super little.
Yeah.
So when we came to United States with the show and all that, we start growing up, everybody start getting married, and I would practice and practice over and over the hair updo for my friend's wedding. And I don't know, if I go back and I look at those pictures, they came out really pretty. So I was just like doing a lot of my friends' hair for weddings and the makeup and stuff like that. And when I was about to quit dancing, that I was okay, I don't want to dance anymore. I have to do something with my life. So I went to school for interior designer.
Wow. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
So I went through 2 different semesters and I did really good, but I was so frustrated with the math. Of course, I'm more on the creative
You're more of a
side.
creative, yeah.
I don't know, it wasn't my thing. So I used to cry.
Aw.
And my friend was like, you should go to beauty school and learn how to cut and do colors. And I was like, oh, you guys right. Yeah, I should try that beauty school and see what it's about, I didn't even know. So I went and I jumped in and I love it.
Wow.
So
Well, I'm glad you
I
did.
think I've been related with my artistic side together with hair, and I think I can mix and match both. I think I was thinking on something to do that has so much, that I can put so much passion into, that I
Yes.
can be creative,
Yeah.
so that I can be my own, like the same
Yeah.
thing that I grew up with, like I grew up with that dancing, really like, unexpected shows over and over again. You kind of like start the show ends, and you audition to another one. You kind of in that roller coaster of your life. So I think I found a little bit of that rhythm on hair as well.
Awesome.
Because you can kind of like get really into, I don't know, padding, and then, you can switch, and I'm going to be just doing brides, I had a time that I was just doing brides.
Wow.
I want to do brides. I think that you can kind of like,
So how do you
balance
get most of your clients? Are they through the referral or through the internet? How do you get most of your clientele?
I mean, I would say 3 years ago was more referrals.
Okay, referrals. Okay.
Mouth to mouth, like the friend of the friends. Of course, I was, for so many years in the show business, so I started doing all the
Right.
girlfriend shows
Oh,
here
yeah,
in
that
town.
helps.
And, one tells the other one, kind of like that.
Yep.
But I would say about 3 years ago, it's all about social media. Like I get 50% of my clients through social media.
That's really good. That's excellent. Wow. So you've got it kind of mastered, from not even owning a computer to getting most of your clients from social media. Can you give just some advice, like your main advice for social media? What's maybe the most important few things that you found to build your clientele with social media?
To me, don't give up. That's one. You have to be consistent. And you have to love what you post. If you have a doubt and you look at the picture and I think the hair has a little sticky, don't post it. Just don't post to post. Trying to love that picture, trying to see what is good about it. And I will say another tip that helped me a lot, I will look at my audience. I will engage and I will see what they like the most. If you have a picture that has 1,000 likes, just trying to think and analyze that picture and see what was good about it, and trying to post it, something like that again. If you have a picture that didn't win well, just ignore.
Yeah, don't
maybe
do it again,
audience,
right? Yeah, maybe, yeah. Okay. That's great advice. And then, for example, do you do only hair stuff, or do you do like your life a little bit? Do you involve your life in the social media, or what's your advice on that?
Okay, so to
here it
be
comes.
honest,
Yes.
I would say about 6 to 8 months ago, I started putting more about myself. I would say when also the Insta story starts, I was looking at everybody, and I was just like, I heard a couple advice before, like you should put yourself more up there. I always heard that, but I was so afraid. I'm not gonna lie. I know I have a strong accent, and I always freaking out about that. People don't understand what I say, and nah, nah, nah. So I kind of like got over that. I would say 6 to 8 months ago, and I say, "Stop it, Leysa. You have an accent. You're not really from here, so you slow
Embrace it.
down,
Yeah.
embrace it, and keep
Embrace it,
going."
enjoy it. Yeah.
So I think people wants to know you because you are the person behind that beautiful hair. So I think it should be a good advice for people to put themselves up there.
Okay,
You
good. That's
should.
great advice. A lot of people have been telling us that lately. They said they started doing that and they really noticed it helped because
Yes.
your personality is kind of fun. I mean, you got the cool accent, you look cool, you're really funny, so that probably people
Thank
like to
you.
watch that. Yeah. I have another question for you also. Do you prefer posting photos or videos, and which one do you get better feedback from? Either photos or videos. Which is better for you?
Oh my God. I get a lot of haters on video. But you learn from that. That makes you stronger.
Yeah.
So I've been posting a lot of videos. Like maybe like every 5 posts, picture posts,
Sure.
I post a video.
Okay.
I think videos are the new thing right now. I think definitely yes. And I think a video that people can feel related. So I think my last couple of videos were more me doing my own hair. Because
Okay.
sometimes you have to just, what I'm saying, look into your audience. If you have more regular followers or you have hairdressers followers, kind of like
Yeah.
I have both.
Yeah.
So I think it wasn't fair for my, everyday mom just to me showing a step by step the bleach, the foil. They don't understand that. So
Yeah,
I'm kind
it
of like
gets boring
switching
for them.
around
Yeah, it
and
gets
doing
boring for
for
them.
my
Yeah.
both. Yeah.
Okay, well that's great. Now I think we have some pictures, and let's go over some of the pictures that you sent in for us. We have 6 of them. So if you'd like to put up the first picture. Oh wow! So tell us about this one. This is really cool.
I don't see it yet.
Oh, you don't see it? She doesn't see it, Steven. It's the one with
You
the
guys.
braids, with the different color braids and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I see now. I see.
Okay.
I see.
Okay, go ahead and tell us about this one.
Okay, so I think this year this highlighted rainbow were really, really popular.
Yeah.
So, and I'm that kind of person that I get inspired by everybody, but I want to do my own. So I was like, how am I gonna do a highlighted rainbow that looks different?
Mhm. Mhm.
So of course I couldn't. I did a highlighted rainbow like everybody does, but I just style completely different just to give my Leysa touch, how I say.
It's great. It's really cool. So you do
Yeah.
specialize. You are good, really good at updos and putting the hair up. That's one of your specialties, it seems like. Putting the hair up. It's
Oh,
you
yeah.
love, yeah.
Thank you.
So now, okay, so now
Yeah,
that
so I try to
lady,
just like
what was her? What did she start with? Like when you started with her, did you pre-bleach her, and tell us the
um
process.
yeah, she was blonde, like I would say like a version level 7.
Oh, okay.
She was that perfect client.
Yeah.
And I pre-bleach her. Oh, I have my sandwich technique where I just slide. I do paper fine slide section all over the head and then I hit the base. I think I get really control when I use my foils, even if I'm doing it all over bleach.
Okay.
And I did that, so it's pretty fast. Then I used, I would say 6 different colors for the rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
And I just was playing with silver and I give her like I know we're thinking like in different styles, so I have different pictures. That picture, that client has maybe 5 different posts on my page and nobody know that it's the same girl because I'm trying to figure it out
Right.
how I can make it interesting and I can have more pictures to post. So
Yeah, that's
I
good.
kind of did like 2 money pieces up front that are really popular, but I did it orange. I don't
Yeah,
even know what I
yeah.
came out with that for.
That's
But I
cool.
was like, okay, so I think I can have silver and orange. They like really nothing, alike. And you wouldn't see the rainbow because I just styled that way and the rainbow was underneath. And then I just put the hair up and was another complete look.
So you were
that
thinking
was pretty
about when you did that style, you were thinking about making it very versatile so that she can have a lot of different
Yes.
looks for her moods. I love that. That's great.
Yes,
You're
I
thinking
always
ahead.
think on that. Before I was thinking just in myself, I can post more, but I mean, I mean, if you think about it, it's just good for clients too. You know, they have a
Absolutely.
lot of different hair for the entire two
Yeah.
months. Of, you know,
Absolutely, absolutely. So now, speaking of the rainbow look and stuff, it's going for a while. Do you think that's going to start slowing down a little bit coming up? What's your opinion? Seems like it's. I mean, it's big on social media, but you don't see it a lot. People wearing it, but on social media, it's big. What do you feel about the trend? That trend. What do you feel about it?
I mean, I think we a little in charge of those things. I think it just a little by little is gonna fade out. But I think fashion colors or vivets or rainbows, they're gonna continue, maybe in different placement and
Okay.
you know.
Yes, I
But
think
I
so.
think it might fade out a little bit, but it will come back.
Yeah.
You know, like it's gonna go like back and forward because I think it's just fun, and there is still a lot of people, you know, interested in doing it.
Yeah.
You know, there is people that haven't done it yet. So I work in a big salon, and I know a lot of girls that are really interested, and they just care, and you can tell they start with a little pink, and
Right.
I think 6 months from now they're gonna be doing rainbow. You know, it's kind
Could
of
be.
like
Yeah.
something that is really,
At least once
I
in
don't
their
know,
life, right?
attractive to people.
At least once in their life, and then when they say, "Ooh, this is a lot of work," maybe I want to go back
Yeah,
to yeah. Hey, it's okay. That's what we're there for, right? As hairdressers, to give them what they want, right? And
I
then
agree.
and then also, I have another question for you, which is great. It says, "What is your current and past trend?" Like in other words, what are you mainly doing now? What's your money maker now? And what do you think is next? So what's your number one trending thing right now that you do? And what do you think's coming up in the future?
I mean, for me, is color corrections in general.
Okay.
Like, that's really, I think when people see my page, they see so much. I don't know if that's good or bad. I just go over, I
Yeah.
guess, a little bit. So, me personally, I get a lot of that.
Okay.
They think I can do it all, or like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I am a musician, but it's not. Sometimes it's just nothing I can do, or, you know, just it would take years. But I think me personal is that, and in general, I just think everything is gonna go more digital, like even more. Like people are gonna like move on really fast. I think clients today they are way more educated than used to be, and they know a lot. So I think things are moving really fast, and clients are gonna come and they're gonna know, I don't know, formula and stuff. They're gonna be like, hey, this is what my hair history is. I put it on this app and tell me this and this and that. I think something
Well,
related with app is going to come up, to be honest, in our industry. Like it's going to like regenerate a lot of money, and it's going to like be really fun.
okay, that sounds cool. Okay. Hey, you're a visionary, obviously, right? So let's see what our next picture
Yeah,
is. Yeah, there you go. I love it. What's
I'm a
next?
little dreamer.
Oh, wow. Hello. This one's great. Look at this one.
Okay.
Tell me about it. Hello? Oops.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Got it.
Yeah, okay. Okay, tell us
Okay,
about this one.
so I mean, that was the same thing. Like I was looking at those shine lines on social media. I was looking at the pixelating thing.
Right.
So I haven't ever had any class. I'm dying to. I'm about to go to Spain to see these guys that are
Oh,
really
wow.
genius about it. It's something that I feel really attracted, and I think it's really artistic. The pixelating thing, how you blocking, and the colors, stuff like that. But I couldn't wait to take my class. I think they came to New York this year. I was like, I don't know, I couldn't make it. So I was like, gonna create my own, and that's what I did. So I did a traditional silver that you
Yeah.
can see all over, metallic silver, whatever. I dried the hair completely, and I section, I would say, above the crown, all around, like maybe 3 or 4 slice sections.
Okay.
There is
From the
underneath
top?
is completely.
So from the top, right? From the crown area. Okay.
Yes, so the crown area, all that area
Okay.
is the only thing. Underneath is completely silver. So I just play with my detail brushes from Color Track that I was like also having, and I was like, how am I going to use this? I want to try so bad. And I was just playing around. I cut literally my mesh in different square, and I placed the hair on top, and I was playing with the squares, different color. I create my own technique. I even taught a class like a couple months ago, and I had to like reinvent the technique and trying to figure it out a better way for people to understand it, because that day I even was telling, she worked with me at the salon, this girl, and I was like, girl, I'm so sorry, but I don't know how this is going to turn out.
Wow.
And turned out so pretty. I mean, I was so happy at the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was gorgeous. I kind of like that better than the squares, because the squares to me are, I don't know, they're just kind of like digital. I mean, I don't know if I'm into that. I think what you did is more artistic, honestly, on that picture.
Yes.
You're very nice. Good technique. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, what do we have next, Steven? Oh, here you go. This is cool.
Oh.
Pastel, unicorn hair, huh? For sure.
Yes. And once again, I think it's just what everybody sees there. Like everybody's into pastels too. I just trying to figure out
put
how
that
can
one
I
back up,
show
will you, please?
at least a different finish, you know?
Yeah.
So that it gives them more interest, because it's so much talent up there. It's so much going on.
Oh,
so
gosh.
I wanted trying to put my, I don't know, my Leysa touch in everything.
Your
at
Leysa,
the end, you know?
Leysa signature, huh? That's like a signature.
Yes.
Yeah, you signed it. Beautiful.
Yep.
Love from Cuba. There you go. I love it. Okay, we have another one. Okay, here you go. Do your clients come in with their own ideas for their vivid colors, or do they look to you for inspiration? And if so, where do you get your inspiration from? That's a good question.
I would say half and half.
Okay.
I think the first time clients come to me, sometimes they a little bit like timid about it. They like, oh, this is kind of what I want. And they show me most of the time pictures on my own page, sometimes other stylists. And when they even realize that, even when they show me what they want, I ended up switching around.
Right, you give your own touch, yeah.
I just can't do the same thing. So they come back, and they just don't even say anything. They like, oh, I just want to see these colors. You know what to do. I trust you. And that made me feel really good, you know?
They trust you as an artist.
Even
Yeah, you're an artist, and they trust you.
I have to be like that. If not, I would be too bored at the salon. And I think it's a little weird also at beginning with my assistants, because they like, oh, you don't write your formula. Oh, how can I? You know, they come from a school so used to like follow the rules. And I'm like, I know you have to follow rules before you start breaking the rules.
Yes.
But I don't write formulas. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Like, I try to give my client a different look every time they come in.
Wow, okay.
No matter what, I try to switch at least the haircut or something. And another part of that question was, where did I get my inspiration? I think most of the time it's all of you guys up there. All you guys are amazing. I just trying to look at everything that is going on. I look a lot of photographers.
Okay.
I look a lot of European fashion shows, a lot. And I just trying to find my own way. I don't like to copy anything. I try to be the most authentic I can ever be. I get inspired a lot, but I try to at least styling or cutting or even combination of color, trying to make my own. So I think making your own, it pushes you to be more creative, you know, because after you find something and you create something and everybody's creating it after you, you have to eat your head. Like, what am I going to do next? Everybody know already. So another thing that I do to keep myself more creative is sharing. I share a lot of education. I share a lot of what I know. But I think that pushed me to be better and to create something new all the time.
Something unique, right? You try to keep unique.
Yes.
Yeah. I love it. That's great advice. Thank you. So here's another one too. What is your favorite formula for silver? Because that silver was pretty awesome that you had there. What's your favorite formula?
I think the favorite formula for silver is you have to have the best canvas. If you don't leave the hair light enough, you're never going to have that perfect silver. I think there is so many brands out there. I can mention many formula, but I think the key is to lift the hair to a level 9 or 10.
Okay.
or even more if you can.
Yeah, I agree.
And
That's how you get
yeah,
silver. You know, you don't want any underlying pigment to
yes.
fight you. So
If
there you
you
go.
have those, it won't happen even if I give you the best formula right now. I can
Good.
give you the best formula right now, it's not going to look the same. If she didn't live to the level you need and she's even, you know?
I
It would
love
be
it.
patchy, it would be like yellow spot stuff like that.
And that's one of the
But
things you had mentioned, that you take really fine sections with foil so you get good even lift, correct?
yes, and I can see everything. And everybody that is asking those questions, they can be, I mean, they open to DM me or email me and send me pictures of the client hair, and I would be able to tell better.
Okay.
Because I mean, formula is about what is your canvas. You
Yeah.
know, I use so many different brands. It just depends my canvas. You know.
I agree. I agree. That's great advice. And then let's see the next one. We have oh wow, hello. I love this. It's so commercial and beautiful. I love it. Tell us about it.
Thank you. She came to me, guys, with pink hair, done by herself at home for years.
Oh geez.
So this has been a year of hard work, I would say. That's when you find the right client and she trusts you and she has patience. They have to trust you and they have to have patience. And now she's going to beauty school.
Oh my
She got,
gosh.
I don't know, she got so into
Yeah.
what happened to her hair.
You inspired her.
I'm telling you, yes, I feel so. She came to me with straight hair. She didn't curl her hair for years, many, many years. She was so frustrated with the flat iron, like with the pink, the ends were fried. So I started color removing her little by little and give her like soft pink until one day we got, I think after 6 months, we got to this pastel pink and we cut off all the bad ends and her hair started going to life, you know. With the curls, she was really happy. And I think 2 months after that, I color removed it again and her hair took it really well. She did a lot of protein treatments, a lot of conditioning treatments, any kind of treatment between every
Yes.
process. So she really listened. She listened, and was a whole year of hard work, guys. That's what it is.
That is a great job. And then let me ask you a question. I was going to ask you a little earlier. Do you ever work with sodium hydroxide or calcium hydroxide straighteners to get people's hair straight, or do you stay away from those kind of chemicals?
I don't use any chemical.
Okay,
I hate
okay.
it.
Okay, good.
I mean, doesn't mean that I haven't done it. Doesn't mean that if I have a client, I'm going to
Sure.
say, go back. But I think it's just, I just trying to like avoid that.
Okay.
I trying to just talk them to the process to avoid those things. Because those things might work now, but then you go to the gym and you start sweating and your hair is going to go back, you know. And
So
I don't know.
embrace your
I just
natural
really
hair,
believe-
right? Embrace your natural hair and texture.
Yeah,
Okay, I like it.
that's all.
That's beautiful.
That's in my everyday, yeah.
I love that. Okay, here's another question for you. What is your preferred color removal or method or product? What is your favorite way to remove color? Do you have something you like to go to?
Yes. So when I remove Vivets, I use the color eraser from Joico.
Oh, from Joico, okay.
And when I do permanent color remover, I use the one from Provana.
Oh, okay.
Those are my two favorite
Those
ones.
are your two.
And what I do with the Vivets, I try to heat a towel. And when I mix it on my bowl, I try to wrap that bowl with a hot towel. So that product, when that product gets to the hair, is warm and it's gonna remove the color way quickly. If the color is really dark, once again, I do a slight fine sections and I put foils between.
Okay.
Like you would do with the bleach, you do with the color remover and you get the maximum.
Okay.
You know.
That's great advice. Thank you for that advice. I'm sure that's going to help a lot of people. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good job. And then do we have another one? Do we have one last one? I think this is our last one, right, guys? Is that correct, Stephen? Is this our last one? One more after this? Okay. Wow. Here you go. Now, is this all her hair, or is this sewn in, or what is it? What's going on here?
This was in New York at the beginning of the year, and she had black box dye.
Oh, okay.
So was on the middle of the photo shoot. She came in and she said that. So imagine, I freaked out.
Yeah, just a little.
I was like, what? And I definitely knew that she will lose her curls if I over bleach her hair.
Yep.
But at the same time, I knew that if her hair didn't bleach or get light enough, I couldn't show those beautiful colors. So I did a combination of, you can see, I mean, her hair is included in that, but
Yes.
I put some extensions just
Sure.
to make it pop.
Yeah.
But you can see, you know, some of her hair between.
Yeah.
That is a little darker. So
Sure.
yes,
It turned out
so
really
you
cool.
have to just work with the texture first and be sure that you know you don't damage the hair. So was something that came out in one day. I'm gonna have a really amazing photographer, so I didn't want to miss the opportunity to create something beautiful and have a nice photo shoot and all that. So I just include hair extensions on that.
Yeah, I figured you did, but it looked really good. You did a great job incorporating that in with her natural hair. Great job. We have another question. Okay, here you go. How do you charge clients for color correction? Do you charge by the job or do you charge by the hour? What would your advice be to people getting into that?
It's so hard.
Okay.
I just normally give them a starting price. We start on this, but until I start working on your hair, I don't know.
Okay.
The only thing I always tell them just to expect to stay with me all day. Bring lunch, water, and there is no rush. You have to book that appointment when there is no rush. You don't have to go to work. You don't have to pick up your kids from school.
Yeah.
More than how much it's going to be, I'm focused on that because I don't like to be stressed when I'm trying to correct or give you, you know.
I understand, yes.
The best look. So this is first. You can charge by the hour. People do that in my salon. I just don't because I think it's just, even I spend a lot of hours, sometimes she just sitting. I'm not really like working on the hair. She's sitting, processing. So I don't know. I don't charge by the hour. I charge by how much work I put into the hair.
Can I ask you a question? Do you, like for example, when you're having somebody sit, do you pick another client up on a color correction day?
Yes.
Okay, so you rotate
Normally
with your
I
assistants.
do, but I never double book myself with new clients.
Okay.
So when I have a new client and I'm double booked, must be like a super client. I mean, like an old client that I know is a haircut or is a touch,
right?
Just retouch, something like that. I would never book two major things at the same time.
Okay. Okay. That's good advice. I like that. Okay. That way you, when you first get into the hair, you don't know what you're going to get, so you need to be there for them, right?
Exactly. I want to be full-time available. So I can kind of put haircuts between and maybe like a retouch and my assistant finish drying her, you know, something like that. But I would never put two major things at the same.
All right. Well, good advice. Do we have one more, Steven, I think? Oh, yeah. Here's a blonde. So you just rock this blonde out here. Tell us about this.
Oh, can you believe it? She's 100% Cuban like me.
Wow.
But she's the same, like, you know, like a working process, and now I just balayage her.
Yes. Yes. So you just used you came in from the root, and then how did you do your technique on your balayage?
I mean, on her, normally I'm focused more on the surface of the hair because she's been coming with me maybe for about, I don't know, 6 years.
Okay.
So all the ends are already blonde, and I kind of focus more on the surface of the hair. So I do like what I call my shoes lace technique. So I work more around her hairline and on the top of the head.
Okay, like a halo section?
Like a halo kind of thing. And I just hair paint just pretty much the top area. And I like to give that deep on the inside.
Yes.
And maybe once every 8 months, I do like a full balayage all over.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I could see, because your transition point, if you notice on the top, it's really nice near the crown. Really, the way you painted it up was really good. Now, did you back comb on that, or did you just freehand it?
I used to back comb.
Okay.
But when I get my clients the lightest level, you know, desire that I have on my plan, on my head, so I just go with free hands, hair painting or balayage. Of course, you know, at the very beginning, I use a lot of teasing and foil just to lift the hair. But after that, I'm kind of like, when I get the clients on the level I want, I kind of can work with high developer and just free
Yeah.
hands.
Plus, now that you've probably done this for so long, you're really experienced with your placement and your brush technique.
I guess so.
Hey,
Yeah, I
hopefully,
mean,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, hey, maybe starting out, be careful, right? But as you get experience, it does help. It's definitely cool.
Yes,
We got
yes.
another
And of
question
course, you
for.
get better. More you do it,
Oh yeah,
you know, you get better.
practice makes perfect.
Yes.
Okay, what is the top service you do, and do you have more vivid clients? I don't know what that question is, but let's figure it out. So, what's your top service? What's your moneymaker? What's your number one moneymaker? That's, I think, what they want to
I
know.
mean, before was literally color corrections and hair extensions.
Okay.
Oh my God, I got really into hair extensions when I was having a goal. I mean, I always have a goal.
Sure.
Let me go back. But, you know, like every year you have a goal, kind of like set it up. I want to make, I don't know, 7,000, whatever, in a week or in 2 weeks. So I don't know.
Sure.
Just to put a number up there.
Yeah.
I was thinking, what were the most popular services? Every city is different. Vegas.
Hair extensions are big in Vegas.
You know,
got a
there's
lot
a
of
lot of
entertainers.
dancer, there is a lot of culture waiter. They have to look in a specific way, you know, fake boobs, long hair. I mean, that's the way it is Vegas.
I
So
know.
the money maker was hair extensions for a long time. So I took every single hair extensions class that you can ever imagine. So I got really into that before Vives came. Now with Vives, I make a lot of money with Vives because it's like a double process. You have to lift the hair. I charge for that. Then the Vives, I charge for that.
Yeah.
If they want multiple colors, they want rainbow, if they want just color melting, like, so it's kind of, it became two services. So now I would say it's my money maker. And I guess you were wondering if I have more of those clients. Before I didn't. I want to do it so bad, so I will start using models. I would get it from Craigslist, from a referral, and of course, I always tell people, put up there what you want to receive. So I start putting all those models on my page, and of course, most of my clients now are Vives, and they pay. So all that money that I put on myself and I put it up there and my free time, it came back.
Yeah,
it will come back.
So you invested in what you wanted to get.
Yeah. And you have to, if you don't want to cut men's, don't put men's haircut on your page.
Yeah.
Of course, Vives is not my 100% clientele, but I know that I'm making a lot of money with Vives, so I'm posting a lot of Vives.
Okay.
Everybody knows that I can do a touch up and I can, you know, a retouch and I can do blondes. You know, I already have those clients for many years, but you know, my money maker is on the other side of the road, so I just jump in. I just want to be always what is next, and I'm going to jump in. I'm never going to be behind.
Okay.
Trying to never be behind.
Keep
you
up
have
with
to jump in and keep moving. Yeah.
So you're keeping up with the trend.
Moving fast.
Yeah. You watch the trends and you like to be on trend. Okay, I like it. I got another question for you. What kind of brush do you use for your balayage services? They want to know what's your go-to brush?
I use the Color Trap Feather Brush.
Okay.
That's my,
Right on.
That's my to-go. Yeah, and I use the sponges too sometimes. Just to blend.
Yeah.
I love the sponges too.
Yeah. Right on. That's good technique. What is the most rewarding part of doing hair for you? What do you like most about doing hair, they're asking?
What I like most, I would say, is the recognition that I get from my clients.
Okay.
I think it's just like that big applause that I remember when I was on a stage back then. I feel the same. I feel that the way they feel after, you know, it's just how I can help them. I think I always focus in help them not make her hair pretty that day, just help them to look the best the rest of the week, the rest of the month until they come back. So I spend a lot of time teaching them how to style the hair even after the appointment is over. Because I want the hair to look exactly the same when I do it and when they do it.
Absolutely.
So I try to always teach them how to style the hair and things like that. So that's really rewarding for me, just them and, of course,
and making them feel beautiful, huh?
Feel.
Yeah, and the thing is, you know, what you're saying is what Vidal Sassoon said. He said, hey, if they don't look good, you don't look good. If the client doesn't look good, then you're not going to get referrals. It's not good for your business. And you
Exactly.
got that. You've grasped that, and that's
Because they're just
really
not going to
important.
walk one day, you know. They're going to keep going to work. They're going to walk around for the whole month until they come back to you.
Yes.
So what about those days? You don't worry about those days? I even worry about those days with my toner.
Yeah.
I normally talk to them, and I always, you know, make them believe you need a darker toner, or, you know, like whatever. If I know they're going to pull up really orangey or warm, I have a lot of Latin clientele, so I
Yes.
always train them. You have to look a little darker and ashy because I want her to look best for the whole month that you come back. You know, I always think even mixing the toner, even a style on the hair, like what I can do to help them to look the best, you know.
Yes.
And I think that's what it have a good connection and feedback between me and my clients.
I love it. Yeah, good. That's really good advice because you know people don't realize, hey, it looks good today, but you want it to look good throughout till the time they come back. So having a little more intense toner, even though today it's a little too much, as it fades, it'll look pretty, right? Bottom line.
Yes.
I love it. Great advice. Well, do we have any more questions? Any more pictures? You did great. Thanks so much for being here with us. Leysa Carrillo, and from Cuba, but now in obviously Las Vegas. We love you. Thank you so much. And then what is your handle? It's Leysa Hair and Makeup, right? On Instagram. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much, you guys.
Yeah. We'll have to have you back again.
I had so much fun.
One of these days, if you ever get out into California, you might want to come in and do a video for us or something if you get a chance. We'd love to see that. Right on.
Okay.
All right.
I will.
Well, thank you so much, and thanks for being on Hairdresser Power and hairdresserpower.com. You can catch this video on YouTube, subscribe, and then every new video comes right to you. So thanks so much, everyone, for being here, and we'll see you next time.